Welcome to the Network Marketing Mindset Podcast, where you'll learn how to transform your mindset and achieve massive success in your network marketing business. Here's your host, business mindset coach, Deb Erickson.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited that you are here. My name is Deb Erickson. I'm your host, and I'm welcoming you back to another Network Marketing Mindset podcast where we are focused in on exactly what is required. What's the mindset required to help you elevate your own personal business into those upper levels of leadership in your company. And so today I have an amazing guest. My guest today is Crystal Archie, and she is a top leader in her company. She is extraordinary. If you follow her on Facebook, you watch what she's doing. She has an incredible influence and way with people. And she just told me just moments ago that mindset in her mind is so critical to success. And so, Crystal, I want to bring you on right away. I want people to meet you and hear your story. So welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I was thrilled when you asked me to do this. And I love talking on mindset. And my biggest goal now, I tell my husband, I said, honey, I just want to be able to inspire other women to show them that if I can do this, they can do this. And it boils down to mindset. That's the foundation. That's where we start. So I'm excited.
Brilliant. All right. So foundation. Here's what I always tell people. There's three keys to success. There's skill set, absolutely required. Of course, there's strategy, business strategy. But like you said, bottom line, mindset, because without a mindset that is in alignment, right? And we always talk about subconscious and conscious being in alignment. If your mindset isn't allowing you to use your skill set and use your strategy, then you're going nowhere. Yeah. So, I would love it if you would take a few minutes and tell people your story. So you got into network marketing. I've read your story and tell me, was it a whiz and you just ran to the top?
I wish. Gosh, when I started the company that I'm in, stay-at-home mom, we have 6 children now, but I had 4 at the time. And my husband used to play in the NFL. He played for the Tennessee Titans a long time ago. And when all of that came crashing down, it ended a lot sooner than we expected. He had a high ankle sprain. It wasn't even a career-ending injury, but he was let go from the team, and we hit rock bottom. We depleted our savings, ended up completely broke, could not pay our bills. I remember when somebody shared this business opportunity with me, I was at the breaking point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, because I was many times at the grocery store standing in the checkout line, praying that my debit card wouldn't be declined again, because there's lots of times where I had to walk away and leave those groceries there. And I'd walk out to my car embarrassed, and I would sit in my car and cry and just pray, God, there's got to be something else. So when this was presented to me, I'm thinking network marketing, direct sales, that is so not me. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a mom since I was 18. That's all I knew. All I knew was how to take care of children, a house, and carpool kids to football practice. That's all I knew. So this was something way out of my comfort zone. But I was tired. Like I said, I was at that breaking point. Tired, sick and tired of being broke and just getting by. And I had all these big dreams. I had big dreams. And where we were at that moment, it was not going to get us. It was not going to get us to where we wanted to be. And I said to my husband at first, babe, I don't know if I can do this. I don't have any experience. I'm a high school graduate, never even went to college. I don't have any experience doing anything but taking care of babies. And my sweet husband, after, looking into the company and sitting down, having the heart to heart with me, he's like, babe, you can do this. He's like, I see the leader that you are in our home. He's like, I know you can do this. He's like, look at how you take care of our home and our children and me. He said, you're a leader, whether you realize it or not. So I jumped in completely, had to get out of my comfort zone, scared to death, had no clue, and said, okay, let's do this. And I will tell you, when I first started, I thought, surely everybody's going to see it and get it like me. Everybody's just going to want to buy product from me and everybody's going to want to join me in business. And that's not how it happened.
Wow.
So my expectation was immediately like, it was like the rug was pulled out from underneath me. And I cried lots of times to my husband saying, babe, I don't know if I can do this. I share this story with people all the time. My first business launch, I invited all of my NFL friends, all the wives. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, surely, I mean, these are my NFL friends. And they're okay if I call them out because they know they were there and they know. But they left that night without purchasing a thing, no product, no nothing. They got massages, they got food and wine, and they said, bye, Crystal, thanks for inviting us. So I came home and told my husband, honey, if my most successful, bougiest friends, I can call them that because I'm bougie too. If they won't even purchase I don't know, an eye cream from me, I said, how am I going to be successful at this? And I had to stop and take that moment and say, I can't let excuses get in the way. I cannot let excuses get in the way. Who cares if my friends and family won't join me? Who cares if they won't support my business? There are millions of people outside every day. And with social media and just stepping outside to go check your mailbox, you can meet your neighbor and bring up a conversation.
Right.
So I had to get out of my own way. And I'll admit, in the beginning, I had a lot of stinking thinking.
Yeah. It now, as you look back, it was probably the greatest gift they could have given you to say no, right? Because then you immediately let go of your inner circle and reached out. I mean, it really challenged, I can hear that it really challenged your belief and your set point, your comfort zone, all of that. I'm really curious, have you always had this internal, just, find a way, make a way kind of energy? Is it something you developed along the way? I mean, where did that come from?
I'll be honest, I came from humble beginnings. And I won't go into too much of my childhood, but I had a lot of rough patches growing up. So it was, I'm thankful though, the things that I've gone through as a child. And, my family, we grew up on welfare and we struggled a lot and there was lots of other factors, but I really think that it helped me to become the person that I am today. And I always knew in my soul and my heart, even as a child, I always knew that I wanted to do something more and something bigger. And I didn't want to just get by in the same, repeated through our family line, poverty, just no mindset whatsoever. Nobody dreams big. They just kind of settle. They just settle and they're just complacent and they don't expect anything more. That's what I saw my whole life growing up. And I said, there's got to be something more. I want to have more for me, for my family one day. I don't want them to have to struggle. I want my children to dream big. I want them to see me, that even though I didn't go to college, even though I have no experience doing anything, that I could still go after my dreams and still be successful. So that, I don't know, I just always had that burning desire to do more, to do something bigger.
Wow. That's exciting. It's exciting to see because I think so many people think, obviously you've got kind of the rags to riches story, but so many people think that in order to have a great mindset, in order to feel confident and unstoppable and all that, you kind of have to it has to come to you naturally. And I think what I'm hearing you say is that your life experience was the contrast that really caused you to say, no more of that. I don't want that. Instead, I want this. And that's powerful, girl. How did you find your way through that? Because that is not an easy path to go from a mindset of lack and really not seeing potential to where you are. Was there something you read, something you heard, something you experienced? I mean, what was kind of the bridge?
Oh, girlfriend, I had to do personal development every single day. And I always encourage anybody, I don't care what you do in life, personal development is huge. Because just like when I tell people, just like when you get on an airplane and the flight attendant says, put the mask on yourself first before you can help somebody else. So before I can grow a successful business, before I can do anything, I have to build Crystal up. And in the beginning, I wasn't confident. I'll be honest. I was not confident. I didn't think I could do it. So I had to do personal development every single day and words of affirmation. And when a light bulb moment came to me is when I changed my words, the stinking thinking, because I tell people now I saw a huge shift in my business, and it was a game changer. What you speak about, you bring about. Mm-hmm. Power in your words. And if I was always speaking, I'm not a great leader, I can't speak like so-and-so, I can't train like her, nobody wants to join my business, nobody wants to buy product from me, on and on and on and on and on. Well, no wonder. I was speaking negativity into my life and into my business. So, like I said, it was a game changer for me when I changed all of that. It was like a light bulb went off one day, and I said, no, I can do this. I am exceptional and bound for greatness. I am a great leader. I can stand in front of people. I used to hate standing in front of people and speaking. I would be sick to my stomach, and I'm sure we all go through that in the beginning. But I said, I can do this. I am a great leader. My business is growing. My business is growing exponentially. I mean, I would start speaking these things over my business, and I would say, I am excited. I am a passionate leader, because the more that you exude that, other people, they want a piece of that. They're like, I don't know what she's doing and where she's going, but I want in on that, because she is excited and she is passionate. And I always tell people, I didn't fake it till I made it. I faithed it. I always tell people, faith it till you make it. And I would speak, brilliant. I am on my way, and I remember when I was making $100 in a month, and I said, I will be a 6-figure earner. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to being a 6-figure earner. Wow. And I hit that. I said, I'm on my way to being a millionaire. And my kids would even laugh at me. They're like, okay, Mommy, you're going to be a millionaire. I said, okay, watch me. And let me just put things into perspective here. I think when I tell people that, they think, well, I hope they don't. I hope they have more sense to realize, but you can't just sit in your house and speak words of affirmation and expect things to happen. You can't just say, I'm going to be a millionaire. I had to put the work, the action, the consistent daily action behind those words, behind that. No matter what anybody told me, when that light bulb went off and that game-changing moment happened, nobody could tell me I wasn't going to be successful. Right. Nobody could tell me I wasn't going to do this. If I got knocked down, I got right back up. I had failure after failure after failure. I had tears. I would cry, disappointment after disappointment. But I said, I'm going to do this. I don't care what it takes. I am not giving up, and I'm going to give it all that I got. And that's when things will change for women. I wish they could realize that. They can't start something saying, oh, I'm going to try. Right. I'm going to try. They have to be all in from the get-go. They have to say, this is what I'm doing. I'm all in. They can't be wishy-washy. They can't say, I'm going to try this and see how it goes. You've already failed. If you say, I'm just going to try to see how it goes, you've already set yourself up for failure. There was no way around it for me. It was, I'm doing this. I'm on my way. It's going to happen.
So you really left yourself out, kind of the burn the boats kind of experience. Yeah. So I love what you're talking about, the thinking, the thought process creating reality. So, one of the things that I'm always teaching is, it's your core beliefs, your beliefs in yourself, your beliefs in the world, God, whatever it is you're believing in, those core beliefs create the thoughts that you think. And the thoughts, obviously, you respond to your thoughts with emotion, and the emotion either moves you into action or moves you away from action. Right. And so I love that you come back, you're attaching the action, to those thoughts, to the thoughts that inspire the emotion, that create the action. I love that you're connecting the dots, because you're right. There are so many people who think that you could just, ohm all day and attract. And it's like, okay, but you're missing this piece. You're missing the action piece. And what's interesting is, there are so many men in the industry, actually just in the world, that are so into action. It's like, just do it, face your fear and do it anyway, and just push through it, and all of that kind of energy. And then you've got women who want to think and feel. It's like we really have to blend these worlds where, if you are taking action that's difficult, if you're taking action that is hard, it's a struggle, you're pushing, maybe you're out of alignment as far as your thinking and your emotions and your beliefs. So those things aren't lining up well. But sooner or later, it's going to require, I like to call it effort, right? You got to put some energy and effort into it. You got to make the calls. You got to hold the parties. You got to do some of these action things that so many people are scared to do. So they try to force the energy instead of getting their thoughts and their feelings in alignment first. So how do you do that? What's your daily routine to get your mindset in the right place before you move into action?
So I still do this to this day, but when I was lacking confidence in the beginning, remember I said personal development. I still do personal development, but I would put Post-it notes on my bathroom mirror, in my car, everywhere, on my coffee maker, everywhere that I would see, speaking words of affirmation. I am this, I am successful. I am a great leader. I am growing a fast business, just speaking those things every day, and to not immediately hop on social media right away. Because that's what we all want to do. We want to wake up, we want to grab our phone, and we want to start scrolling and comparing our lives to everybody else. And then we start off the day feeling like crap about ourselves.
Yep.
And we need to take that time to sit, wake up, spend time on you first. Do personal development, go for a walk, exercise, do a daily devotional, whatever, but build you up. I had to do that. I still do it to this day. After almost 11 years in this business, growing this business, I still want to learn. I still want to grow. I still want to develop. I want to become better. I want to become a better leader, so I'm constantly wanting to dive into and be around people that inspire me and learn as much as I can. I listen to podcasts every day. I'm doing, I don't just sit and I don't say there's anything wrong with it, but I don't sit in front of a TV and waste my day away watching the soap operas. I'm constantly doing something. If I'm not growing my business, I'm doing something to help Crystal grow, to help me grow. And to be able to pour into other people. Because if I'm not filled up, how am I going to pour into other people and help them to become successful? So daily, every day, focus on you first. In my world, it's God, my family, and then everything else comes after that. So you have to get those priorities in straight and figure out what is your priority to you. And stick with that. And of course, you're going to have days where things don't go as planned. But if you take that time to love on yourself first, then the rest of the day it'll come a lot easier.
Wow. Excellent. So when you, jump into a new year, here we are, new year, right? When you jump into a new year and you set goals, are you setting monster goals and have you done that throughout your life, or have you set small goals to achieve on a regular basis? I'm just curious because everybody does goal setting differently.
Yeah, I do both. I do small goals, and then I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big thinker, big dreamer. A lot of people look at me and go, whoa, slow down, Crystal. Like, let's take one foot in front of the other. We'll get to that later. But my mindset isn't like that. I'm like, well, why not? Why can't I? I've seen God do amazing things in my life, my entire life. I'm like, why can't I? So where people think, I heard this from Ed Milet once. I think people look at their goal and their dream like it's so far away, and they treat it like that. And they treat it like a marathon runner. And I know everybody's on their own marathon. It's their own journey. But I remember him saying that if we treated it like a sprinter sees the finish line. A sprinter runs fast because they can see the finish line. They see their goal and they run really fast because they see it's right there.
Right.
I think most people, I wish they would put their dream on that finish line like a sprinter so they could see it, so that they know it's there. It's a lot closer than you think. You can achieve it faster than you think. But most people, they put that dream so far away, miles and miles and miles down on the marathon, that they think that it's just so far out of reach that they can never attain it. And I don't have that mindset. I'm like, no, we can do this. And not saying it's always going to happen the way I want. It's not going to happen as fast as I like. It's just not going to. But I'm on my way to achieving that. And I know that I'm going to do the necessary steps that it takes until I achieve it. So that's just, everybody's different. And I know a lot of people, they like to celebrate their small goals along the way. And I do have small goals and I do that as well. But I have my list of my small and then I got my big. And I'm like, full force, let's go to the big. And as you're doing the small ones, they're going to help you achieve that big one. The big goal.
Do you think there's a difference in the mindset of a builder, somebody that's kind of newer into the process, or they're just getting started, or their focus is really on them and their own business? Is there a difference between their mindset and the mindset that is required to become a mega leader, right? A leader like you. So what do you see as kind of the differences?
Well, I can tell you from when I started, I did it all wrong. And I wish somebody would have told me this at the beginning. I did make it all about me. Like you said, the beginning, the builder in the beginning, they're focused on them and their goals. I felt like that was all wrong, because when I stopped saying so much and just vomiting my business all over everybody all the time, that's what I did. I was literally blah, 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 scared everybody away. When I changed that and I shut up, Crystal, and listen to people, ask them questions, get to know them. That's when you're going to start developing. That's when you're going to grow. That's when people want to connect with you. That's when they want to join you in business or become your customer, because you're not just making it about you and your goals and, you make it about other people. And I saw a change in my business too. The more, instead of helping me promote or helping me hit a huge goal or a bonus, I said, how can I help my team members, or how can I help the single mom that can't pay her rent for her children or buy her groceries for her kids? How can I help her? And the more that you focus on helping other people, that's, before you know it, you're going to say, wow, I just achieved my goal, because you took the focus off of you and you put it on other people. And that's what I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning, because I was so me, I got to achieve this. And I missed out on the listening and focusing on helping other people. I think I would have reached success faster if I would have learned that early on.
Wow. So I was going to ask you the question, if you had to do it all over again, if you were starting, if your company went under and you lost your email list and you had to start from scratch. Yeah. So if you had to come in where many people are coming in, what are the top 3 things you would do? I mean, like, this is the best advice you have for somebody new. It's what you would do if you were brand new.
Make as many friends as possible, because the people that your family and friends are not going to support you. It's very rare. Very rare. There are people that have that luck and that success with their close network, but the majority of the time, you are not going to grow your business by your close network. You have to make it a goal every day to meet new people, whether that's outside every single day that you walk out or through social media. I still network and meet and build relationships online through social media. Always. Don't prejudge people. I did that in the beginning too. I prejudged. I said, oh, she's already really successful. She would never be interested. They're already very wealthy. They would want to do another business. And I prejudged. And then I would find out later that they end up joining somebody else in the business. And I wanted to kick myself. And I had to learn that the hard way. So I tell people, whatever you do not prejudge anybody. And then just write down your why. Write down your why and see it every day. And those goals that you talked about, it helps me to write them out. As goofy as it might sound, my husband laughs at me because I have my to-do list and I write down my goals and my why, because I want to see it every day. He's like, it's the same, babe. You write down the same thing every day. But to me, it keeps it front and center. It keeps it front and center. It's the reason when my family, my why, my mission work in Ethiopia, this is why I'm going to get up every day and go out and make new friends and share this opportunity with people. That's what keeps me going. Having that why in front of my face every single day is my constant reminder. And if your why doesn't make you cry, then it's not that important to you. It's not big enough. Right. It's not big enough. Right. People need to really dig deep and figure out their deep why. And once you know that and your true passion, nothing's going to keep you away.
Wow.
I tell people, I'm like, you guys think over the past 11 years that I've wanted to do all those three-way phone calls and meetings and trainings and No, there's other things I would love to have been doing. But my why, my family, my mission work in Ethiopia, that was the most important thing to me. So I had to kick the excuses and the whining and the griping to the curb. And I said, I got to do this. My why is important to me. It's
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff. And so your why, I guess what I would say is what's next for Crystal and what's the big why that drives you? So it's your mission work?
Yes. Ever since I was a little girl, God put Ethiopia on my heart. And people always say, Ethiopia, of all places in Africa. I don't know what it was, but it was Ethiopia. So now we have 2 children from Ethiopia, 4 biological and then 2 from Africa. But I've always known that I was going to go there and I wanted to be hands-on. I didn't just want to send money and send donations. I wanted to be hands-on and love those kiddos. And when we adopted our son, Getu, he lived in an orphanage a couple hours outside of the city. But when we went into the city, we visited this community. It's a trash dump area. Trash dump community. There's about 100 and some thousand people that live in or around surrounding this trash dump. And you see these people and you see small children digging through the trash for food, for survival. I mean, little ones. I mean, you'll see like a little 2 or 3-year-old with no pants on digging through the trash. And it completely crushed me and broke my heart. And I've been over to Ethiopia. I've lost count how many times now. I go all the time. But anyway, I said, I have to do something. I can't just come back to my nice suburb and pretend I didn't see that and not try to make a difference. So it's been years in the process, but finally my organization is up and running, and these precious people there, they just are associated as a trash dump community. And when I was praying about what to name my organization, woke up one day and heard loud as clear, dispelled it in my spirit, treasured. And it felt like God was telling me, Crystal, I want those precious people to know that they are treasured. And there's always been treasure amongst the trash, that he's their treasure and that they are treasured. And I just want them to feel treasured. And I said, okay. So now we've helped do multiple things, but right now my main focus is starting a women's program there. So the women and the children, you'll see them digging through the trash. The women are out prostituting, doing whatever they can to survive, to help take care of their kids. The kids can't go to school because they're digging through the trash or they're staying home with the babies. Right. And so helping with this women's program that's going to teach these women a skill set or a trade to learn how to start a business, to get on their feet, that has accountability. They have an accountability program support. So it's really going to help them to dream bigger, learn, develop as leaders, and to get them out of that trash dump so they can be self-sufficient and take care of them and their family. So that's my passion. That's my big, besides my family, that's my big why. And
it's funny it's not funny. It's exciting to see you talk. You've been smiling this whole time, but it's like at another level when you talk about your why. So it's kind of like this sweet smile turns into this beam when you begin to talk about your mission and your why and your commitment. And, one of the things I always tell people is that that is the critical piece to find, right? We have to find that compelling, and then it changes. It sounds to me like your why originally was feeding your family, making sure that your bank card, went through when you were buying groceries. And I'm sure you had a lot of different levels of why, throughout your entire career, throughout all the years. But that is it's kind of like the missing piece for most women. Women are compelled by whys, and if they don't have a compelling why, then it feels like they're being a pushy sales, woman, or they're being, what I mean? They lose connection with themselves if they don't have that strong and compelling why, and it changes everything when you have it. Yeah. So I love seeing you talk about it, because you lit up, big time as you talked about it. So I so appreciate that. Okay. Any last words? We've gone over our time just a little bit, but it was such an incredibly compelling story that you brought to us today. So any last advice that you would have for somebody brand new or anything that you'd like to share with women in the network marketing community that you feel like, if they just knew this one thing, if they just had this one insight, it would change everything? What would that be?
It sounds so simple and we hear it all the time, but never give up. The ones that end up being successful are the ones that just did not give up. So many people, they get involved in any type of business, any even a workout regimen. It doesn't matter what it is. They think, and they have this goal, and then when it becomes too hard, they say, "Oh, it wasn't for me. I can't do this," and they give up. No matter what you do in life, it's going to be hard. You have to accept and know it's going to be hard, and that's okay. You're going to get knocked down, and that's okay. So that's the thing I really want to encourage women. I hear people say all the time, well, you just, you must have known all the right people and you just were more successful than me. You had the better community of people. No, I did not. I just did not give up. Everybody told me no too. I had to make new friends. I had to meet new people. I had to get out of my own way. I had to get out of my comfort zone. So the never give up mindset, I know, like I said, it sounds so simple, but they have to have that mindset from the beginning, that no matter how hard this is going to be, no matter how much it's going to disappoint me and drive me crazy, my why is so important that I'm not going to give up. I want to help those precious people in that trash dump community that I don't care how many times I get knocked down, I'm going to get back up, because those precious babies do not deserve to be digging through the dump to find food. So when they can find, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but when they can find that why and know that they are committed, never give up. The ones that are successful are the ones that didn't give up. They didn't have a secret sauce. They didn't know something that somebody else didn't. They just did daily, consistent action every single day, and they never gave up. Simple. It's that simple. I think people are expecting, something magical.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say something that's going to be, oh, the heavens open. Crystal just shared something amazing with us. It's going to change everything in my business. No, everything I shared today, I know everybody's probably heard it a million times from other people, but it's okay. I had to hear it over and over and over and over and over again to keep reminding myself, because you have to see people like me. I looked at other people that were successful and I saw what they did, not comparison in a bad way, but comparison in a healthy way. Okay, this is what they did to get there. So that's another thing I would tell people, to get around successful people. That's another tip I would say. You want to be successful? Get around successful people, learn from them, follow them, just be around them as much as possible. That's what I did. Where I wanted to be in my business, I had to be around those leaders. I wanted to just take every ounce and learn from them and go out and do, but be me. I always tell people, be you, boo. Don't try to be other people. Oh, that's one last tip, and then I'll let you go. Never over time. The last thing I would share when I said be you, boo, reminded me. I, in the beginning, was too focused on comparing myself with all these other leaders, saying that I wasn't like them and I wasn't as good as them and I couldn't do it like them. What did that do? That just kept me paralyzed in fear. It kept me from growing. It kept me from growing my business or launching or doing anything, because I was too afraid that I wasn't going to be good enough and that I wasn't going to be good as so-and-so. Well, another light bulb moment when things changed for me is when I had to say, Crystal, you're not them. You be you. Be the leader that God made you. You're different. You're unique. So I want all these women to realize they're unique. Don't try to be like Crystal, Archie, or whoever. Deb, you be you, because that's when the realness, the rawness, the authenticity, that's when people they're going to be drawn to you. Because if you're trying to be like somebody else, people are going to pick up on that. It's not going to be real. It's not going to be transparent. It's not going to be authentic. And you're going to be stuck overthinking everything. If you think that you have to wait until all the ducks in a row, until you learn how to speak and train perfectly, until you wait to do all these things, you're never going to grow. You have to do it now. Do it scared. Do it a hot mess. I tell people all the time, I'm a hot mess. Do it a hot mess anyway, because you're going to learn if you do it, and you're going to get better each time. So don't ever think it. Just go for it. Like Nike says, just do it and be you, boo. That's my last tip.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic, Crystal. I cannot thank you enough. Your energy, your vision, your wisdom. I mean, obviously you have a great gift to bring to women around the world. So we are so incredibly pleased and grateful for your time today and for your inspiration and for, living your own truth. So thank you so much for that.
You're so sweet. I appreciate you asking me to be on. I've enjoyed this and I'm just so thankful.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, I just want to close this out and say, make sure that you check in twice a month. We have an incredible interview of another woman who is living her dream by using network marketing, finding her why, living her goals and dreams, and freeing women of the world. So thank you, guys. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Network Marketing Mindset Podcast with Deb Erickson. To learn more about Deb's business mindset coaching, classes, memberships, and leadership programs, visit us at ICANinstitute.com. And for free weekly tips and techniques to help you develop and grow your business, join our Facebook community today at facebook.com/groups/network marketing mindset with Deb.